Yo. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. Yo, bringing forth light through the dark. That's the first thing that Drew Ali taught. You're a divine being, can't be sold, nor be bought. Like a star, all caps, like a corporation. You're a star off the charts from the constellations. This is serious, B. We gotta save a nation. No procrastination. Pick up the GS and Tashtariko teachers. Knowledge is self, not paperwork gon' free us. Rahu Nefer, I'm in the real metal, little purist. And a email bay, one of the truest to ever do this. Middle finger to you conscious fucks that turn Judas. Criminal minded, took a lifetime to cure this. The lies of my eye, that's what the wisdom of the womb is. The wisdom of the womb is what the ultimate truth is. Horus watching your actions, don't care who you this. My nectar is peace, Islam like a Buddhist.
10 laws, 5 principles to eliminate the flaws, align the individual. This is effect of the cause, complex but so simple. Take a pause, take in the instrumental. Things coincide, nothing coincidental. No mistakes, nothing accidental. Occupy the space, we call it the temple. Open up the safe, give them what's essential. If they violate, fingernails and the dentals ain't leaving no trace. Elements are fundamentals. Apply the law of attraction. What you do has an opposite or equal reaction. The end set, plans ain't shit without actions.
Lawsable, 5 principles, these articles, squarely outstanding, laws cancelable, immutable, and all constitutional by law. These lawsable, 5 principles, 10 articles, enforceable, this official, so official, and all constitutional by law. Single prints, my seal be my thumb fingerprint. Red ink stamp, shut down the Big Bang. 10 plus 7 articles, that's it, man. A dumb don't get it, the sun gon' set, gon' be a big bang. I'm more beautiful, that's a good thing. God has a trust, y'all wanna buck, call for some red shoes. Y'all wanna bless fool with a hood wing. Make the skin cherry leather, trying to be something you can never. Black's dead necro, I'm a full of light spectrum. Whistleblow a lot of prana, that's before the sauna. You're not a man, you an iguana. We said we're not in Africa. Look up, Gondwana. But dunce wanna cuss, met them guanya. Learn your unalienables. Tell you more, but it's unbelievable.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Principles get your conduct straight, crocodile back. Divine law violators won't give a smile back, much less a nod. When I hail up, they screw face up. So dead like Harvey has their 2 faces up. Trust less, cause trust more is left for worthy. No principles but justice, Furthermore, that's dirty. Planes correspond from matter to energy. Swimming in the sub-realms for mental and spirit affinity. Vibrate and cause light and heat magneticity. From the lower mind to the higher mind, breast simplicity. The rules, the capacity for pain and pleasure is so balanced. You can cause an imbalance. Never, y'all taking chances on rappers. I move with law and order. Outside and independent of all is chaos, disorder. Cause the root of everything that happens or doesn't. Deny an effect means the law is repugnant. Elevation stunted, even drunk or blunted. Will have you misdirected by the false pundits. Trying to hit a grand slam when you should have bunted. Spiritual abundance keeps demons dungeon.
That spooky shit's not mystical. The boogeyman you fear is invisible. The cookie that you smoke's not original. The pussy set the stroke in is minuscule. The God in the flesh, indivisible for now. That's why it's called individual. Can't divide the two and disguise a criminal. Y'all about, but I'm cynical. Invincible among bare minimals, maximizing 10 laws, 5 principles. That's the guy that comes with no shittable, no fucks, facts around facts, centrifugal, mass reach a critical, peeling the pineal back, reach the pinnacle, sealing the deal with no ceiling, no flow, while I ridicule the charming snakes that limit you and christen you.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Northgate, H2O flow, Sheik, Canaanland, moorish, release fall, Shalon Davis, salute, hot house, check it. They say they wanna learn, they only debate. Referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound great. Study nationality before you question my estate. I'm not a minority, why you so late? Majority rules, here comes the test. Fact, that's my hand in the form of a feet on the chest. That's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a more that is easy to digest. Competent, never tyrannilious. That is my land, never faking. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore. Northgate, H2O flow, Sheik, Canaanland, moorish, release fall, Shalon Davis, salute, hot house, check it. They say they wanna learn, they only debate. Referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound great. Study nationality before you question my estate. I'm not a minority, why you so late? Majority rules, here comes the test. Fact, that's my hand in the form of a feet on the chest. That's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a more that is easy to digest. Competent, never tyrannilious. That is my land, never faking. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. If you please more, following the apostle, we should be more. I see the unseen more, we more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they want to learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling haram when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali, but won't give their location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes civil little a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. Had no but I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake still showing up, stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finishing.
Moorish or more, key man or oracle. Using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical. Lost and metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic. Facts slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic. Calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved. Or cut like a close shave. Drowned in my brain waves, squashed by heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini. Selassie I in exile. Reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real. All I see is false evidence. VAR feminists, stomped on by elephants. More like no prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the cold magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book, all maleficent. Great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness. No pestilence, ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
Today, we're going to add some common sense today. If you don't get it after today, then you might be having problems. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors. Peace and love to all the Moors. Today, we got a special today. We got a special today. We got a special one today. Shout out to khalifamedia.com for always putting out Moors work that they do. So, oh yeah, and don't forget, we got to put this one out there. Don't forget, you could get your color now. Get your color torch now, which is going to be even more crazy.
Yeah.
If you thought the black and white was crazy, wait till the color one.
Yeah.
But we always support Moors. We just want to say, give thanks to Khalifa Media for always supporting Moors and putting out Moorish literature. Not, publishing too much other stuff that doesn't come from Moors. 99% of the stuff on there it's Moorish. It's Moorish. So honors to Khalifa Media. And of course the foundation, RV Bay Publications, gotta always do that.
That's a fact.
So before we even get in, okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna read the headings, and then you just say what inspired it. So the torch, a guide to self. Brother Mishaal Talib Mafuz El Bey. first thing I realized was that there was other works. So if you could just talk about ISONOMI, how that came about, and the holistic philosophy. And if you want to do a little intro for the people who don't know what's going on right now.
All right, peace and love, everybody. Shout out to all the Moors. Like I said, I'm Mishaal to live Mafuz El Bay. Like I said, what brought about ISONOMI was really, to be quite honest, you, Grand Sheik. Be quite honest, man. Hearing you demonstrate, I used to always hear you talk about you got to do something to add on. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what you were saying. And I was just thinking, like, what could I do to add on to the movement? You know, I'm a big believer in reciprocity. So, you know, I believe in that will. You know what I'm saying? So what could I do to add on? What am I good at? You know what I'm saying? What could I do to put my stamp on being a part of that faith? You know, being in that right hand of the few saved. So ISONOMI came about with just doing research. Shout out to Hakeem Bey. Shout out to Taj Tariq Bey. Shout out to Abdullah El Talib Mosley Bey, all the elders, which is basically I used their works to make a compilation, and I just made it comprehensive. Oh, also shout out to CM Bey. I used his works as well. Just put it in, made it comprehensive the best way I could, and just put it together like that. You know what I mean? And holistic philosophy is the same way. You know what I mean? I'm a Virgo, so I'm big on health. You know what I'm saying? So I know that, you know, it's going to be hard to absorb certain things if you got certain blockages. We start with the physiological body. So I just did the same thing, man. Got some works I was studying, like I was saying, you know, you being an artist, you know what it's like to be in the zone. You know, when you're just in the zone and the ancestors just guiding you to certain things, you just putting it together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And that's really how all the books manifested, except 77 Amazing Facts. Like I actually sat down and, you know what I mean, that was focused on. But majority of the books, it was spirit slapping you like, hey, you know, you need to do this. You know what I mean? So that and that's part of what I even got from going through it, that it's not like even like all the books, as you said, that they're comprehensive, but they're talking to you. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something else is presenting this. It's not the author.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain books you read and it's a historical thing and it doesn't stir your ethers.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of things in this. There's a lot of things that you know trigger the good spots for certain gateways to open. You know what I mean? Especially mentally.
Well, that was the intent. You know what I mean? It's, you know, what you put into it. That was my intent. And like I say, with the little intent I did have, like I said, mostly it was just, especially with the torch, that was actually the first book I started writing. But it ended up being the last book I published. You know, quick story on that. When I was writing it on the computer, the whole computer just shut down. You know what I'm saying? So I had to rewrite it by hand. You know what I'm saying? And then add what I added to it as I went along. But I remember that day I was sitting in my bed typing on the computer and the whole computer just shut down. Just lost all the files, everything. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't deter me. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, you know what I'm saying, I'm naturally optimistic anyway. So I knew it was just, you know, it is what it is, man. Got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, The Torch was actually the first book I started writing. You know what I'm saying? And if you can tell, it's really a combination of the first two books. You know what I'm saying? The first book is really like history and law, jurisprudence. The second book is more health and wellness. And The Torch, I just wanted to make it a combination of both of those first.
Both of them,
with some extra of its own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? And as far as opening up the gateways, Grand Sheik, that's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my humble opinion, how you can verify what you're reading is real is if it leads you back to what you've already been studying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like the prophet, you know what I'm saying, he was the leader. And what the higher mind told me is that a true leader leads people back to themselves. You know what I'm saying? He brings the best out of people. which is what education is, right? To draw out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, the wheel within the wheel, that circle, man. So that was the intent. Like I say, the little intent that I did have, because mostly I was just in the zone with it. You know what I mean? But when I was conscious of what I was doing, that was my intent. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that it's something that can be felt on multiple levels, man. It's something that can help people long after I'm out of this body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And just going on to that, please pardon self for being so dishonorable. But we also have to talk about the torch, a guide to SELF being an acronym, and the acronym Sacred Eternal Life Force.
Well,
yeah, to address that. And of course, as you're addressing that, also, if you could add in the importance of Noble Drew Ali and, you know, just what he means to all this.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, that sacred eternal life force, just like, you know, when you play ball, Grant, you know how it is when you just flowing, you just come up with certain things, man. You're an artist as well, so you know sometimes this is how it happened, man, and that's just what the higher mind gave me as far as the self. And as far as the prophet, well, he's a general, he's a leader. You know what I'm saying? He's a divine being. You know, he's, you know, Allah's mercy manifested in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he turned my life around. You know, him being that living example. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I'm alive, he's alive. You know what I'm saying? As far as people always gonna know who the prophet is, you know, every book I write is gonna be something from his works or a picture or something, because he changed my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Straight up. Support your own. What inspired that to be so early? Being like, you know, 2 pages in, 3 pages in. Support your own. Big bold letters.
Well, it goes back to that principle I believe in, Grand Sheik, is reciprocity, man. You know, it's like a song we got on Hellfire, Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice. How the hook go? We all we got. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I believe in that. I always have, man. So, you know, that's got to be at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the prophet said, prefer a stranger not over your own blood. Chapter 25. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I believe in that, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to let it be known, man. I never want to make sure that I always want to make sure that I'm never fronting on my teachers and who gave me something, who inspired me to try to inspire others. So I'm always making sure I pay homage in some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. And then talking about paying homage, you also have the honors pages.
Yeah.
And just other than Drew Ali at the moment and CMB, because you mentioned them, but Marcus Garvey, Khalid Muhammad, and C. Freeman L, like their involvement in your path to the torch, because those are some honorable mentions right there.
Right. Well, I got to be honest. As far as Marcus Garvey, what inspired me to put him in the book was the prophet himself. Yeah, it was the fact that the prophet was gracious enough to give him honors, so I felt that I should give him honors too. Even though, to be quite honest, I don't agree with everything he wrote, but at the same time, like I say, the prophet was wise and correct. So if he was honorable enough to give him honors, then I feel like it's only right that I do the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And Khalid Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just that video alone, you know what I'm saying? He's a Moor, did a lot for the movement as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I mean? In conjunction with all the work he did that I don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's life he touched that I don't know, but that touched me personally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With that video alone, the fact that he had courage enough for truth. You know what I'm saying? And C. Freeman L, well, we all know he's the master teacher. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, he's done a lot for me personally as well. You know what I'm saying? In my growth and development, and me, you know, seeing things clear not as they appear. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot for me, man. He still does. In fact, I was watching the video of him today.
Yeah. It never gets, C. Freeman L never gets old, huh? Never gets old.
You know what I mean? Maybe it had something to do with his, you know, his Trinity. I know he was a he was a Sagittarius, Gemini moon, and Gemini rising. So his teachings are always adaptable to the times, man. You can listen to they'll be listening to Creator Willing, they'll be listening to C. Freemanel's DVDs or lectures.
Yeah.
Millennia from now. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because he's just that powerful and impactful. Even though, again, I don't agree with everything, but that's that Sagittarius Virgo flux.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I love him, though, because he helped me. You know, he helped change my life as well. You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
the key. I think that's the key also to you know, the acknowledgement of certain people.
Right.
Is that they actually changed your whole paradigm.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You shift because of certain people. Certain people just talk some stuff and it feels good. There's certain people that talk and they shift you. You know, same thing with that Khalid. That was a shifter. That was putting him in a whole different realm when he said that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then, he had to know what that meant. Part of self-grandship. He had to know, being that he was a part of that NOI thing.
Right.
He had to know what that was gonna mean too.
Yeah.
But he did it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Did it anyway. You know, I strongly trust that that's why he got taken out. Because him talking like that, it would not be fun for these people.
Nah.
Right.
It ain't fun now. But you know, like I say, you know what I mean? But you know, like I say, I appreciate him for that, man. Always.
For real.
Always appreciate him for that. Because he didn't have to do it. He could have did that in the back room like all these other people do.
Right.
What's up? But he had courage enough for truth. Put it on the public record. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man.
So we're gonna skip the forward and just go directly to know thyself. So we're just gonna read this little section right here.
All right.
Book of Thomas. Whoever does not know self does not know anything, but whoever knows self already has acquired knowledge of the depth of the universe. Secret teachings of Yoshua. Book of Thomas. When we were talking about this, and we were just talking about know thyself with this the Message of Aquaria book.
Yeah, great book.
And them going in on some you know what I mean, what the Moors been telling people.
Straight up.
There was some articles in the Know Thyself chapter. What was the idea behind the Know Thyself as far as the presentation? Because it didn't go all over the place. You know what I mean? It was sort of specific to, you know, what I looked at it as, like, really, you know, part one being the foundation of the SELF coming together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Part one being the actual intro to the building up of man. You know what I mean? So yeah, what was the inspiration with the Know Thyself chapter?
Well, yeah, that was I gotta give a shout out to R.V. Bay, of course, the Empress Ralph Mariah. That's where I got that article from. That little caption in chapter 2, R.V. Bay Publications. Big shout out to her and them. You know what I mean? You know, and yeah, that was just, like I said, that was one of those in the zone moments, Grand Sheik. You know, been studying from R.V. Bay, the astrological works, and then combining that with my own observation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a Virgo, so I notice things even without notice things. So sometimes I'm not even aware of the things that I am aware of until I start writing, and it just comes out like that. That's just what that was, man. That's just me trying to, or striving to just give something unique to the book, as opposed to just full on regurgitation. Add something unique. You know what I'm saying? Like the great brother Bruce Lee said, you absorb what is useful, you discard what is not, and you add what is uniquely your own. So that was just a combination of what I picked up, what I've learned, and, you know, just coming from my own unique observation in conjunction with the studies. You know what I'm saying? And
that was for chapter 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at the beginning of the book with the South Carolina articles.
Yeah.
And the with the imagery.
Mhm.
You know, the 6-point star with the points meaning, the Islam, the quadrants, right? The Great Seal, the pictures of the Moors. Like the color one is gonna be crazy. How did those things come about? Just in research, or was it again channeled? Because some of the things that's in here, you know, the Alhambra Palace restaurant and stuff like that. There's certain ones in here that aren't really talked about.
Yeah, that was a channel one right there. But for all those articles, I gotta give a shout out to Aljamori Bay. You know what I'm saying? AlmoriWordPress.com. That's where I got the articles from.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the Scorpio brother. I remember one time he was on your show, said he was a Scorpio brother. It makes sense. Yeah, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's deep. I got the article from his website. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And it's like I said, the Alhambra and all that stuff, Alhambra restaurant. One day I was walking downtown, I just happened to notice it was there. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those channel things. Like I gotta be honest, I did that after I wrote the book though. Like I looked at it, I channeled that in the book before I even went to the restaurant. That was man. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it happened, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up.
The other one too, because we've been getting a lot of comments from people who are of the Latin persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the picture in here with the Yes My Mexican Brother picture.
Yeah.
Just talk about other people other than the Negro, Black, colored people.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about in your studies the other people that are part of this Moorish paradigm.
Well, the prophet put it down. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's chapter 45, right?
Yeah.
He talked about the Chileans, the Nicaraguans, the Bolivians, Mexicans, El Salvadorians. All of them are Muslims, man. You know what I'm saying? And we know the true definition of American is the copper-colored people found here prior to the Europeans. And that would make all of us Americans, all of us Moors. That includes, like I say, the Cubans, the Caribbean, all the adjoining islands. It's all one people, man. The Boricuas, erroneously referred to as Puerto Rican, but we know they're Boricua. We all the same people, man. This is our land mass. Yeah, man. So that's what inspired that, because, knowing that the prophet put it down and, do my research and study, it all adds up, man. And then I got the Spanish dictionary that says that moreno means dark-haired or dark-skinned person. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's really only one culture, man. That's something that I got to thank also for the elder Abdullah El Talib Bey. He cleared that concept up for me a long time ago. Mm-hmm. There's such thing as multicultural. It's only one culture, man. Different perspectives, but it's one culture because it's only one people. Again, back to chapter 25. One breath, the breath that one mother had given us up. One father. You know what I'm saying? We all come from the same source. You know what I mean? So that's what inspired that. You know what I mean? Because, I know they Moors too. You know what I mean?
Right. I was the fall of the nobles. The fall of the nobles. And if you could talk about the Dr. Yafa Bey with the spell that cursed our people.
Yeah, that was another one of those channeling things. I got to thank Yafa Bey because she's the one that taught me how to reserve my rights. I don't know where she learned it from, but I learned it from her. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? She's the one that put me on that path to make sure I reserve my rights on everything I sign. But yeah, that was one of those channeling things, man. I've heard her talk. I've listened to her lectures a few times, and I like the spirit. And I went to her website, and like I said, that's one of the things the spirit told me to put in the book. You know what I mean? And it made sense. Even though, once again, I don't agree with everything in the article, but most things I do agree with. And I do practice that left-hand writing, writing from right to left, going up on the page. I practice that most days, if not every day, every other day. because that's a good way to balance out the hemispheres of the brain. Because you know, the left side of the body is controlled by the right side, by the right brain, which is the intuition, creativity, and the right side is controlled by the left brain, which is logic. So that's a good way if you're right-handed, if you're naturally right-handed, you know, to open up those creative channels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of those channeling things, Grand Sheik. The Spanish told me to just put it in the book. And that was another way again of me paying homage as well. Because you know, I like to always pay homage to my teachers.
Yeah,
a little bit or a lot, I like to pay homage.
Yeah. That was evident. That was evident in going through the different quotes. You know, Yafa Bey, Taj quoted, you know what I mean? There's certain ones that you know that other people have said this, but this is the foundation that they got it from. Stop tripping. You know what I mean? Stop pretending like you're the man. But yeah, that's what it's about. Giving honors to those who got us to where we're at. Chapter 4, the adversary. And then you start laying out all these different doctrines of the modern Europeans that were used to as what you call it in here, repress the Moriscos.
Yeah.
Just talk about that plan based on your studies and what you documented in here. Why did it have to be known to you about, you know, this colonial takeover?
Well, because like I say, if you don't know the root of the problem, you can't cure the disease, man. And like I said, I've been hearing Taj and Hakeem Bey, you know, express these facts for years. You know what I'm saying, about the colonial, especially Elder Taj Tariq Bey, about the W versus the Romanus Pontifex and all that stuff. And then doing my own research and see how it trickles down into the sociological aspect of the psychology and all this stuff, polytheism, and you know what I mean, it just gets deep, man. It just, you know what I mean, I just had to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to, because that's the root of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what kicked it off. You know what I'm saying?
All right. This is what we do this for, right? So we got somebody in the chat is asking they said their comment is, they're Mexican. Why are they a so-called Moor according to you, if they're Mexican?
Well, if they are children, you are what your mother is, right? The original woman is more by woman, right? You know, every child takes on the attributes of their mother. You can't claim to be the father and mother of civilization, then claim that your children are something different. If we're more, they're Moors too, but they are children.
Right. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Oh, and also too, in your research, have you come across anything with regard to the Moroccan Empire, other than, of course, you know, Noble Ali's reference in the Quran?
As far as like the extent of it?
Yeah, the extent that it's not just over there.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I say, if you know about Pangea, you know the whole world was connected. You know what I mean? So it's a global empire. Like I said, you can hear it. You can see the word Moor is translated through multiple different languages. I put that in the book as well. You can find the word Moor, M-E-R, M-O-R, in multiple languages. Well, that alone speaks to the fact that it was a global empire. Can't find black everywhere though, but you can find Moor just about every language. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Whether it's Japan, whether it's Ireland, whether it's Europe, whether it's, you know what I mean, Mexico, everywhere. You know, you can find the word Moor just about every culture. The word Moor is there, which speaks to the fact that we've been all over the planet. That alone. You know what I mean? In my opinion. You know what I mean? That was enough for me. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? We're calling your mom a Moor? Yes. Everybody's mom is a Moor.
Yeah.
Everybody's mom. The first mom, if we trace all the moms back, the first mom was a dark-skinned lady.
Yep.
And everybody, as far as, you know, nations, right, countries, people, humanity, they come through her.
Yep.
So because they come through her, that's what the people are. Right? And it's, you know, there's a firstborn, secondborn. By now, there's probably like 18 born or something.
You know what I'm saying? Still the same family though, same unit, same tree. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Right. As the obviously as it gets further from the source, it gets more diluted.
Right.
It's not, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. But you can't take away from the origin. The origin is also what it is. And if they're part of the origin and then they look around and the origin's still around them, it's not like the origin went somewhere. We're still here.
Yeah.
Dark-skinned people in their face, from the first people on the planet, we're still here. We've been here. People, things gone extinct, we're still here. Things got, we watch things go extinct. Right? We know we've been here. I see you, Salim, you bot. I see you trying to sneak in.
Man, see you be on point. Straight up, man. On point always, man.
Bot trying. I want to talk about Nanny Helen Burrows, because you brought her in there. You brought her in there with her Negro plan.
Mm-hmm.
If you never heard about Helen Burrows, go look up Nanny Helen Burrows and her plan to fix the Negroes.
Yeah.
And she basically went all the way in. Her only problem, as we know, is that they like to play this Negro, black, colored thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but what was beautiful in the book is how you corrected it.
Yeah.
And you put what it should have said. So I already know the inspiration you got when you read it, because I got the same exact thing. There's a couple Canaanland Moors classes we did reading this, because this came up a couple times.
Yeah.
And it's good to see it in print how it's supposed to be. So let's talk about the solution, and we'll probably try to get through reading a couple of these as we go, because this is good. She went in. But go ahead, boy.
Well, first and foremost, you, like I said, like I talked about the classes you read it, that's where I got it from. I didn't know it till I watched your class and you doing a dissertation on it. That's where I got it from. You know what I mean? And like just off the top of the head, the solution was pretty simple, man. Like I said, we got to be universal in our thinking. You know what I mean? Can't just have product for us and not for everybody else. Also, got to get out of certain program frames of mindset, man. It's program thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? Too focused on how we look and the bad habits that we're not manifesting the best qualities of ourselves. Which again goes back to what? The mindset. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Using the Negro, black, and colored and all that stuff, man. People like to downplay the importance of words, yet this world is run by words, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they like to downplay that. But just off the top of the dome, that's the main thing I got from it. Was we got to be universal in our thinking, and we got to get rid of some of these bad habits we've been accustomed, you know what I'm saying, to programming ourselves with. You know what I'm saying? Got to reshape our mindset, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the main inspiration I got from the articles.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's a couple of them, just so you can and what was cool too is the subsection of the solution. A, competence.
I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, man.
It's so cut and dry.
People that it's
So
kind
cut and dry. I love it. It's so cut and dry. It's like it's so simple. It's just put so simple. So you replaced all the Negro and you put more there. So here's some of the what Helen Burrows was saying. The Moor, misclassified as Negro, must keep himself, his children, and his home clean and make the surroundings in which he lives comfortable and attractive. He must learn to run his community up, not down. We can segregate by law. We integrate only by living. Civilization is not a matter of race. It is a matter of standards. Believe it or not, someday, some race is going to outdo the Anglo-Saxon completely. It can be the Negro race. If the Negro gets sense enough, civilization goes up and down that way.
Right. Again, speaking to the mindset, man.
Yeah.
Stop the concepts. Yeah, man. Gotta clear the concepts.
Yeah. Pete, so there's a few people who could relate to this. The Moor, misclassified as Negro, must overcome his bad job habits. He must make a brand new reputation for himself in the world of labor. His bad job habits are absenteeism, funerals to attend, or a little business to look after. The Negro runs an off and on business. He also has a bad reputation for conduct on the job, such as petty quarreling with other help, incessant loud talking about nothing, loafing, carelessness due to lack of job pride, insolence, gum chewing, and too often liquor drinking. Just plain bad job habits. Going back to that mindset again.
Yeah.
The Moor, misclassified as Negro, must learn how to operate business for people, not for Negro people only. To do business, he must have to remove all typical earmarks, businesses practices measured up to accepted standards and meet stimulating competition graciously. In fact, he must learn to welcome competition. And she keeps going in and going in and going in and going in, and she goes off. Right? She goes off. Now there was also
Quincy, if I may cut you off real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
I apologize. You said part 2 a long time ago. I was thinking you was talking about chapter 2. Part 2, I got from in conjunction with a little bit of intuition. Most of that was from Elihu Pleasant Bay's book, Exhuming of a Nation. Shout out to him.
Oh, Islam. Yeah, can't forget Elihu Pleasant Bay.
Shout out to him. I apologize. Yeah. I misheard that. I thought you were talking about chapter 2 instead of part 2.
Oh, Islam. No worries, Mar. No worries. Like you say, Allah governs all events, so we just gotta watch. We just gotta watch her play out because she's not gonna mess up. No. There was a section in here. We got to talk about this since International Women's Day is over. And we know that they don't honor the mothers. There was a section in here when you were talking about the which are you with the return of the matriarch. Just talk to the matriarch with regard to the section that you have in here with Khalifa and you know, the all hail the great Moabite woman and all that.
Right. Well, that was just, I had to do that, you know what I mean? Because none of us are here except through her. I had to make sure I paid homage to the great matriarch, Moabite woman. Shout out to, again, Elder Taj Tariq Bey. I know he's the one that drew that picture. So shout out to him for that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just doing what a good son does. You know what I mean? Man.
Islam. When you talk about heal thyself, we've seen Dr. Enki eating McDonald's or whatever like that. We've seen New More Order guy go order his fake eggs and coffee and all that stuff. Right. The idea of refraining from being fed by certain people. How important is that in the people being liberated?
Well, we know from the lessons, Grand Sheet, that what man does to man, he does to Allah, right? And Allah and man is one. So that includes us as well, right? Not just externally. So this body is supposed to be the temple of the Most High, right? Supposed to treat it right. You know what I mean? Treat it well. Plus, just me being a Virgo sun, I naturally, I'm gravitated towards what can make me better. And of course, I like to share that. So health is a big part of that, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to think clearly if you're not, if you're not clear. If if your channels are clogged up, you get congested in your thinking, man. Health is a big part of it, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you want to be free from colonialism, but you're still eating like the Romans. I don't believe in that, man. I don't see how you can say you want to be liberated, but we know that the main operation against our people is through our stomachs, man. You know what I mean?
Elaborate on that, because that's an interesting concept.
Well, let's talk about the old colloquialism. They say a way through a man's heart is through his stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you are what you eat. You take on the attributes of whatever you consume.
Right.
You should any wonder why our people act the way they act? Like I heard C. Freeman talk about in the video, melanated people like to talk about how the Albion pineal is calcified, but they won't talk about how the melanated man's heart is calcified. You know what I mean? But why is it? Not just a spiritual thing. It's got to be physiological as well as psychological because of the foods we consume. You know what I mean? What you give your body, you make an offering to the Most High, man. You disrespect your temple, you disrespecting the Creator. You know what I mean? We were made to be sick. Sickness is not a natural. That's not a natural occurrence in nature. I don't see birds walking around vomiting, man. You know what I'm saying? I never seen a dog have a heart attack, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see squirrels like having strokes, man, because they eat what they're supposed to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like human beings are the only ones that act outside of their nature. They wonder why things happen to them. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. But yeah, health is a big part of it, man. It's quite simple actually, man. Like I say, you know what I mean? If you want to receive the right messages, you got to be a clear channel. You know what I mean? That's one of the 42 laws of my eye, right? We keep the waters pure. And we know the body is 75% water. The brain is 85, 90% water. We know water absorbs whatever element it comes in contact with. So what do you put in your waters, man? Too many people with dirty waters around here, man. You know what I mean? And we wonder why they spew such filth. You know what I mean? Because they ingest it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective on it.
It all starts there, for real.
Yeah,
now, the other thing too, because I remember I got into more science probably 31, 32. Well, 31, 32. So I had that much years of dealing with the stuff, right? 46 now, 46 revolutions. So when did it click for you that nationality and duality and forget the Negro, black and all that?
I was like 22, 23. So that was like 2014, 2015. So yeah, around that time. To be honest, I first got hip to it on the Masonic side of it through the brother Dolo, King of the Moors. He the one that hit me to the other aspect of the signs and symbols and all that. But then as I further progressed and started studying more, shout out to him as well though. He's one of my teachers as well. But then I started watching Brother Taj. Then I got led to you. Actually, ironically, Grand Sheik, the first video I saw about you, somebody was dissing. They were talking trash about you. It did, but it didn't deter me though. The spirit led me to another one of your videos that you actually made. And then, you know what I'm saying, I went from there. But yeah, I was about 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, about 2014, 2015, man. So I've been in the Moorish movement about 7 to 8 years. Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Part 3. After we destroyed for about 300 pages. We're sitting there under the rubble or whatever like that. And then you said that it's not over, right? The Zen proverb, if you want to climb a mountain, start at the top. So let's talk about build thyself. Also the inspiration with having all the different schools of thought mentioned, you know what I mean? Not limiting it to some, you know, only use Moorish books or something like that. Because, you know, you have holographic universe in here, which is a crazy one. You know, Kabbalion, you know, as far as the mathematics side, you know, and the misunderstanding of the swastika, things like that. So just talk about the building thyself part of the book.
Well, yeah, that was just like I'm a naturally eclectic guy, so you know what I mean. I know the Prophet told us in the Holy Book to study. He didn't just say study the Quran. So when I study the Quran, I see all the through lines in it. In conjunction with my other studies, I could see the silver cord through it all. So yeah, it just like I said, that's one of those autopilot moments, Grand Sheik.
Yeah.
With the ancestors just, you know, grab you, like I said, like the holographic universe book. That's the only section I read in that book that I put in the book.
Oh, that you put, yeah.
Yeah, so that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes I read the whole book and I get something from it, or sometimes the ancestors just lead me right to a specific passage.
A part, yeah.
And just, you know, it's just how it is, man. So I can't take all the credit for that. That's just the ancestors working, man.
Yeah. And also, that what's gonna lead from here. We're gonna lead from here right into ISONOMI, which is how I sort of put it together. That this book leads to the other books in some way, you know, and you touched on it with it being the first part, but the last one to be put out. So yeah, just to talk about the symbolism, and then we're gonna go right into ISONOMI. You're good for time and all that?
All is well, Grand Sheik. All is well.
Yeah, so just talk about that chapter.
You talking about in the torch?
In the torch, yeah, the symbolism chapter, and you're going through the crystals and all that.
Oh, the mathematics. Oh, yeah.
Crystals and
yeah, that's just like I said. It's me wanting to show the through line that it's only one culture, man. You know what I mean? And that through a little bit of understanding, that you can really see the whole picture if you're just willing to piece it together, man. It's really only one culture. Again, shout out to Elder Abdullah El Talib Mohibay for clearing that concept up for me. It's only one culture, man. And you can find a through line through all the different nationalities, all the different empires.
Common sense with.
Yeah, man. Which speaks to the fact that we're everywhere, man. We've been everywhere. Yeah, man. Because all the motifs you can find throughout every culture. Yeah, man. Every culture you can find the same motifs. Yeah, man. So yeah, that was just like I said, it just made sense to me to just put that all together because it shows that there is unity. If not in people's mindset, it's unity in the truth of it, the root of it. The concepts are unified. People make it disunified with their own, you know, ego or whatever, but really it's all unified, it's all one. Yeah, man.
Islam. We're jumping into ISONOMI. The Great Masonic Secret Master Keys. And once again, you know, put together so, you know, even a dummy could get it. Dummy even has their own little part in here for them. And Another thing I wanted to add about the torch before we go to isonomy is that the torch reminded me of Alim's book.
Oh yeah,
First World Order.
Yeah, that was a great book.
The torch reminded me of that when I was reading it. It was a compact, a smaller version.
Yeah,
you know, to that.
That was inspiration, Grand Sheik, because he's one of my teachers as well.
Yeah,
shout out to him and Empress Kadira El Bay. Yeah, I read that book. Yeah. Great book. It should be in everybody's library. You know what I'm saying? If you're serious about want to know thyself, you should have that book in your library. Yeah, man, straight up.
Yeah. So again, people are gonna see the G and the compass and the square, and start going off the handle. Again, just like the torch, we're gonna start with the cover. What was the idea with the cover and putting that there?
We're clearing up the concepts, Grand Sheik. Getting rid of the spookism, man, because it's all ours, man. These symbols don't belong to no lodge and no group or fraternal order. This is our symbols. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah, man. They belong to us. They speak about high mathematics, man. The G equals geometry. Or you can say it equals gnosis. The compass in the square represents the 6-point star, the hex alpha. As above, so below. Also, we know that the sixth principle in the Hermetic laws is what? Cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So it all symbolizes the same thing, man. That going back to that golden rule. You know what I mean? Do unto others. You know what I'm saying? As you had them do unto you. That's how you balance it out. You know what I mean? Masculine, feminine principle. Higher self, lower self. It's all there in that symbol. You know what I mean? You got the eye at the top, which is that first eye. It sits in the middle. You know what I mean? So it just like it says to me, clearing up the concepts. Letting people know that it's not tied to no spookism, man. It's not a spooky thing here, man. It's about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And truth belongs to those who seek it. And it don't care who tell it. You know what I mean?
There's a lot going on in the first section. In chapter 2 with the Moorish divine and national movement.
Yeah.
And you addressing Noble Ali. Again, if you could talk to his importance to being mentioned, because people don't talk about him. And what type of perspective were you presenting in putting talking about the flags, talking about the Great Seal, and the letter from the Drew Ali Day, the Drew Ali celebration, when the Moroccan emperor and all that recognized Moors, and people are still talking crazy today. So just the chapter 2 dealing with everything in there.
Well, like I said, the prophet is the man. You know what I'm saying? Master, able, and noble, as C. Freeman Nell so eloquently put it. Like I said, about paying homage, man. Paying homage, man. He's our prophet, and he brought us everything it took to save a nation, man. So I always got to pay homage to the prophet, man. And as far as the concepts, as far as that letter, that was just letting it be known that it's well known, man. Everybody know what's up. As far as the 1986 letter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what's up, man, including the kingdom over there across the water. Everybody knows what's up, man. I just had to let that be known in conjunction with the Resolution 75, which was done in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? So just letting it be known that it's well known who we are, man. It's well known. And like I said, like I wrote, people take us more seriously than we take ourselves, man.
For real. Say that again, yo.
People take us more seriously than we take ourselves, man. Our culture is respected worldwide, man. You know what I mean? We the only ones that don't, I won't say we, because I don't want to, that could come at Some people don't respect their own culture, man. It's ours. You know what I mean? Yeah, get rid of that we stuff, because we respect ours over here. You know what I mean? Straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, some people don't like to pay homage to their own bloodline. You know what I mean? I don't have that problem. You know what I mean?
Now going back to that exact thing, as we go further in the book, we get to the 140 pages where you start talking about the fez.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the reasoning behind certain things, like having the Daughters of American Revolution in here, having the fez with the Islam on it, the Phoenician statues with the fez, the different motifs, the different sculptures, the different things that showed us with fezzes on.
Well, again, Grand Shake, it's about letting it be known that it's known. You know what I mean? It's not a secret, man. So you know what I mean? And if it is a secret, it's the most talked about secret there ever is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everywhere, man. Like I say, it's just, and of course, I got those pictures from RVBayPublications.com, the DAR pictures and the pictures of Europeans with the writing on them. Again, shout out to RVBayPublications.com. But yeah, just letting it be known that it's known and that it's a deep part of our heritage, man. And it's all around the world. You see, I got those other pictures from the Moorish paradigm with the Nazis, so-called Nazis.
The
Tech wearing the fez. And I got those from the Moorish paradigm. Shout out to the Elder Hakeem Bey. You know what I'm saying? I got those from there. But just letting it be known that it's a vast estate that the Prophet brought us our cognition back to. He brought us awareness back to our vast estate. It really is vast, man. And like you said, everybody's living off our virtues, but us, or I won't say us again. That's a contract. But some people, you know what I'm saying? By the majority of our people, you know what I'm saying? It would seem, you know what I mean? They don't seem to, respect wholeheartedly what it is they have, man. We have a very beautiful, illustrious culture, man. That's imitated all around the world. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what's up. It's no secret. They call it a secret, but it's not. It stopped being a secret when Drew Ali came, when Noble Drew Ali came. He took the cover off to all the secret organizations. There's no more secrets. You know what I mean?
Islam more.
Islam.
The other part was about, because one thing that messed me up getting into this, just like the Khalid saying he's a Moor, it kind of like has you wobbly for a little bit. You put it in here, the nation knows no color line. All the black Moor crests, all the crests with us on them. For people who might not know or haven't really looked into it, what do you get from that nature knows no color line presentation of all the black and Moor crests?
Well, it speaks again to the vastness of our empire, that it stretched across the water. You know what I mean? And shout out to J.A. Rogers, man. You know what I mean? One of the greatest historians of our time. He did a lot for me, man. Did a lot for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Man, he traveled lightly. You know what I mean? But yeah, it just speaks to the vastness of our state, that we the original Europeans, which is why I hear a lot of brothers like yourself and others call the Albion modern Europeans, because they're modern. The ancient Europeans got those faces on those crests, those names, those appellations on those crests. It just speaks to let it be known that I had to put that in there. That was one of those autopilot moments too. Even though I did read the book, great book, Naked Knows No Color Line, another one that should be in everybody's library, especially if you're Asiatic and you're serious. That should be in your library. But yeah, that was just, one of the things that the ancestors brought me to. And when I reviewed it, it made sense because, like I say, it speaks to the vastness of our state. Letting it be known that everybody knows what's up, man. And that those imposters, so-called royal family, they not the real royal family. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But then that's another story. But at the end of the day, our culture is everywhere. And that's a part of our culture too. We the original Europeans, the original Hibernians, i.e. Irish, the original Scots, Scotia, Queen Scotia. So it's everywhere, man. Like I say, everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows what's up. You know, and I'm glad I do too. Man, straight up.
I see more back there. Islam, brother Khalif.
Peace and love.
Islam to the panel. How's everyone today?
All is well. How about you, Elder?
Ashe. Just want to give honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the Asiatic woman, and divine law. And I wanted to show my turn and feds off since you were talking about turn and feds. Anybody see? You got to wear them. Wear them out in public.
No, let me get the screen. Let me get the screen bigger. Yeah, let me get the screen bigger. There you go.
See, you got to wear it out in public. Just wear it out in public. Don't say nothing. Just wear it. You'll feel the energy come your way. Ancestors gonna take care of you. We good. They in trouble. Look at me. Look at me. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Y'all see that fez? And it's dangling. Oh my goodness. I feel real good. I feel real good.
Real good.
Yeah, I feel real good, man. Honestly. I just want to show my feds off and share my energy.
Peace and love.
I'm proud of myself.
Peace and love.
I'm proud of myself. I love me some me. I love divine law. I love the Asiatic woman. I love my mom. Ain't nobody gonna take that away from me. So y'all could just go back home to where you came from and miss us with all those deceptions. It's over. It's over. And I just want to share my energy. I apologize for changing the format.
Oh, you know you're good, Elder. You can come on here anytime you invent. It's all good.
You already know how I feel. I mean, I don't. This like for real, honestly. All joking aside, I know I joke a lot in the comment section, but in reality, they can miss me with that, yo. Like honestly, who can't see yourself? Anybody out there can't see themselves? You outside of yourself. You need to go back inside yourself. How can you not recognize your mother? And she brought you here. How can you not recognize nativity? How can you not recognize that your country is under occupation, considering all the information that's out there available to show you that it's under occupation? How much more information you need to see about the sellouts? How much more information you need to see about any of it? It's enough. It should be enough for somebody. Right, it should be enough, because for the sake of the children, for the sake of love, for the sake of just genuine life, for the sake of sincerity, for the sake of just doing right, so you could be on divine law side. Yeah.
Brother Talib, you are gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Elder, if you don't care about yourself, you're not gonna care about something that look like you. So the children, what if children matters if somebody don't love themselves? If you don't like your own reflection, you're not gonna like the reflection that will come out of you. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Start with self-love, man. You can't give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nothing else. At least not properly. Yeah, man. You know? That's why you see these people walking around with these fat children. They fat too. So they poison themselves and they poison their children. Yeah, man. If you don't care about yourself, you're not gonna care about your reflection. And what did the prophet say? Man's business is about reflection. Yeah, man. So, you know.
That's fine.
Islam. Right. Right. If you don't care about yourself, you can't care about anyone else. That's impossible. Because everything actually starts with the individual concepts. And truth clears up all concepts. Truth clears up all concepts across the board. Just deal with truth. Just deal with the truth and be sincere. You good. Because that is a real sun up there. Is a real moon. There's some real energy out there. It's not make believe. That's real science. That's that compass in that square. That's that geometry. That's real science. That's the cosmology. That ain't based off of someone's opinion. And then you just apply that with life. Your everyday activities. Just be honest. Walk the straight and narrow. You see people doing something wrong, don't follow out there with them. They doing it wrong. They're gonna get themselves hurt. Especially when you know better. Especially when you know better. Everybody else deciding to eat the wrong food. I apologize.
Oh, it's all good, more. Just so we could get Brother Talib to talk about this. Somebody asked in the chat about the out of Africa theory. The out of Africa theory and the Moorish mindset. Are those things equal, or how's the out of Africa theory apply with Moors?
Well, I mean, if you do your research, you know that this is quote unquote Africa. They found 250 million old rock underneath Florida. I put that in the book too, towards their research. Yeah. I mean, so this is quote unquote Africa. Now let's break it down. I mean, the suffix of Africa is Rica, right? And the suffix of America is the same thing. And we know that we both look alike somewhat. So if you see somebody on the street, they got the same last name, they get the same complexion, you assume what? They got the same mother and father. So what's the difference? We all Moors, man. We know by definition a Moor is any dark-skinned man, woman, or child. So there is no out of Africa theory. The theory is that it's just that, a theory. The reality is we all one people, man. And like the elder was saying, truth can clear up concepts, but that's only half of it. The acceptance of truth can clear up concepts. Because as we see, there's a lot of truth floating around, but how many people are willing to accept that? Yeah? Like you were talking about the other day, elder, on your Grand Sheik, on your how you talking about how you listen to that voice that kept you from crashing.
Yeah.
The voice could have the voice talked, but it was your choice whether you listen to it or not.
Right, true. Yeah, voice always talking.
So it's two sides of the coin. There's the truth, and there's the acceptance of that truth. Because the truth is always whispering, but who's willing to accept it or not? Who's willing to act on that truth? You know what I mean? That's the other half of it. That I think that's what one of the meanings what the prophet said, the half has not been told. But at the same time, he said he gave us everything it takes to save a nation. So the other half is who's willing to accept that truth and act on it. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave it to us, but who's willing to have courage enough for truth? You know what I mean? You know, truth is nothing without acceptance. I mean, it is what it is, of course, but it has to be accepted in order to change the mind of those who it's presented to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's just empty words. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It means something, but at the same time, it don't mean something to the mind that can't accept it, that can't comprehend it. You know what I mean? You know?
Yes, Lord. That's right and exact.
Yep. Right, exact. The way I look at it also is out of Africa, out of my mom. That's where I come from. Out of my mom. I don't come from nowhere else.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Allah speaks in a small voice. Somebody else asks, showcase America belonging to the Moors as well?
Well, I mean, the word Moor is right in the middle of America. M-E-R. Cut and dry, man. They say Moor is everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? The word Moor is right in the middle of America. And we know the definition of America is what? The copper-complected people found here prior to the Europeans. That's in multiple dictionaries. You know what I'm saying? So It's really not hard, man. It's not complex, man. It's right there in your face.
So it's really the spell on them, because this stuff is not really that hard.
No, it's a psychological block, man.
Yeah.
On the one hand, on the other hand, is this. Then the prophet say every evil spirit is gonna be moving. So it's some wicked spirits out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In conjunction with the psychological blocks.
With the psychological blocks. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But we overcome all that because that's what we do. We civilize and we conquer. We conquer and we civilize. So we do. 3-3. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Straight up.
Yeah, the energy is changing now. It's in the air. We don't put it out in the air. I can feel it. Like, even when I say some things, I see the effect it had on others. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I put it out there in the air. Just be honest. That's all. And I think is people don't they're afraid. What are you afraid of? You can't stay here forever. You can't. You here for one reason only. That's to respect woman, respect divine law, respect love, and honor it. Honor your bloodline. That's all it is. Everything's been a social construct. From, with the school system and with church, man. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Especially with church. Because they got all the women going to those buildings and confusing them. We need to do the same thing them other countries are doing. Is either if you don't tear them down, you make them people change the name on the building. And stop it with the foolishness. People lives are being injured. Life being injured.
Well,
from falsehood.
If I may, like I said, the people gotta, you know what I mean? The people are the power. See, what the Black Panthers had it backwards. They said power to the people. That's a backward concept. The people are the power. But with great power comes great responsibility. So the people have to be willing to stand up. We the messengers, we the guides of the nation. We present the message of truth and we be that truth that we proclaim. They got to do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like you see somebody in the pit. Now you can be risky and put your hand in the pit, try to pull them up, but they might pull you in with them. So the best thing to do is throw them a rope. That way, the rope is your measure of compassion, and them climbing up is their measure of sincerity. If they're sincere about that pit, they'll climb the rope like you did, like I did, like Grand Sheik did. Somebody threw us a rope, and we did our own study. We climbed up. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Throw them the rope. That's the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They gonna climb up if they're serious about it.
They say the greatest thing the devil did was made people believe he didn't exist. Really? How really? I'm looking right at you. How you gonna? What you mean you don't exist? I'm looking right at you.
That's a good ass trick.
Exactly. I can reach out, put my hand on you.
But I think the other part of it is what? He convinced the people that it was outside of themselves.
Yeah.
People, it wasn't them. That's the other part of the trick. Some people got people who believe he don't exist, and you got people who think he exists, but they think it's outside of themselves.
Right.
Like it says in our holy book, if you want to find your devil, you gotta look within.
Within.
Find your savior, you gotta look within. We the God we're looking for, we the devil we're looking for. It's like that old Native American proverb, man has two wolves inside of him. The one you feed is the one that wins. You know what I mean? Which one you gonna feed? The light one or the dark one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sleep.
You're supposed to feed love, man, all the time. You can't continue to do anything negative all the time, consistently, every day, and expect anything positive to come from it. That is really simple. You can't keep trying to take a social construct and apply it to events that you really need to get done actually in real time. It don't work. That is a compass in a square. Well, guess where it come from? What do you mean you can't do nothing? You build everything on this planet.
The amnesia is real. The amnesia is real.
The elder speaking with the, like you talk about the church thing. It's like the analogy the ancestors gave me one time. It's like you got a building with a bunch of floors, right? Speaking to the amnesia of the sons and the daughters and the mothers. The mothers on the 13th floor, the sons were on the 3rd floor. So our fall didn't hurt us as much as it hurt the mothers. They fell from a higher plane. But they got a lot of trauma to dig through, man. You know what I'm saying? If you fall from the 3rd floor, you might break your leg. But you fall from the 13th floor, you might break your neck. There's a lot of headless horsemen walking around here, man, particularly the women. But it's coming around, though, inshallah. But you know, everybody won't be saved this time around. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Forever is a mighty long time. You know what I'm saying? So, if they don't get it now, they'll get it later. You know what I mean? Like C. Freeman L said, you're not getting off the wheel till you do the deal. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting off that wheel till you do the deal. So, inshallah, they'll get it now, but they're going to get it. Every knee will bow, every tongue will confess, man. The truth is imminent. You know what I mean? You either, like I said, you're going to accept it now and deal with it, or you're going to deal with it in a later date, but you're going to deal with it. There's no escape, man. The only way out is in. There's no escape. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Beautiful. Only way out is in.
That's it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Islam. On that note, don't forget ISONOMI and the Torch, available at khalifamedia.com. And don't forget, you can get your color torch. Keep in mind, you can get your color torch. Islam, Moore, you have any closing words for the Moors?
Absolutely. You can also get Grand C's books on there too. Yeah, man. Keep that circle going. But I just want to say thank you, man, to every Moor that's ever taught me something, man. Every Moor. Hakeem Bey, Abdullah El Talib Mosley Bey, Rahim Riot Bey, Dolo, the 13th son, you, Yafa Bey, Anida El, Mizraim Aleph El. You know what I'm saying? Every Moor that's ever taught me something. And I also want to say thanks to y'all teachers as well. Because the teacher of my teacher is my teacher as well. So honest to anybody that's ever taught and lived in the spirit of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, man. Honest to the prophet. You know what I'm saying? Honest to one of his greatest students, C.M. Bey. You know what I'm saying? I strive to be as faithful as he was. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? Shout out to Taj Tariq Bey, of course. Everybody, man. Anybody that's ever inspired me towards love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, man. If I didn't say your name, it's in my heart, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to Khalifa Media as well. You know what I mean? For helping me do my humanitarian work. You know what I mean? Straight up. Peace and love to all the Moors, all around the world, and all the different galaxies and dimensions. Peace and love, man.
Love you too.
I love you, man. Straight up.
Love you too, Noble.
Peace and love.
Love you too. Love you too, Noble. And also, on a different note, somebody please tell Farrakhan definition of nation. Please.
Elder, remember the saying, Elder, you can't wake somebody who's pretending to be asleep. You got one open. You know what I'm saying? You can't wake somebody who's pretending to be asleep. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, forgot about something else too. So what he brought up in the chat. The TH.
Yeah.
The TH with the no E's.
Yeah.
I got caught up. I thought it was a spelling mistake. And then when I got hip to the game or whatever, I went back and checked and like, oh, there's actually some missing in other places too. I'm like, okay, all right. So yeah, so just to talk about that, because I'm sure people seen it and thought it was a spelling mistake.
Well, like I said, I gotta give honors to the 13th son, because that's where I got that concept from. But then when I did my own further research, I know that the consonants are more valuable than or not more valuable, but more ancient than the vowels. And I know TH, root word of Theo, which means God. So I just the ancestors just put TH to, you know, as the ancient word of the threading of that silver cord. You know, that's in everything. You know, the God principle. You know, the threading. You know, that TH. You know what I mean? Plus, if I'm not mistaken, TH equals 1. You know what I'm saying? Numerically. So just speaking about that God principle within, how it's all tied together. It's all one culture, spirit, one essence. You know what I mean? One through line. You know what I mean? So that was the inspiration for that.
Islam. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Brother Khalif, give thanks again. Always good to have you on here.
Ashe. Always glad. Welcome to share my energy and concepts. And share the truth.
Receive.
Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. And tell the truth to the children. Stop telling them about Santa Claus and all this other stuff coming down the chimney and bunny rabbit land, chicken eggs. Like honestly, like for real, we got to stop that. And 1 + 1 is 2, baby. Right. All right, sweetheart. That's all you got to do.
It's easy.
Hey, baby. The children, you go, hey, baby, how y'all doing? Hey, baby. Yeah, you love you too. Just tell the truth to the babies. I guarantee you they give you all the energy you need.
But Elder, let me add on one last thing, Elder, to that statement. Like you say, tell the truth, shame the devil. We got to add something else to that. Be the truth and you get to meet God. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Be the truth and you get to meet God. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Islam, Moors. Peace and love to all. Brother Talib, give thanks again, more, and keep up the good work. If you got more, you know what I mean? You know Moors are out here supporting the work. So we definitely appreciate you adding to the literary bouquet for people who are coming into this info, that they can have some flowers to smell.
That's what it's about. I appreciate you, man. Like I say, if it wasn't for people like you, people like Rock Mariah Bey, people like Taj Tariq Bey, people like Anahita L, people like, you know what I'm saying, Hakeem Bey, I don't know where I'd be, man.
For real.
I appreciate y'all, man. For real.
Lost in the sauce. We'll be lost in the sauce.
Straight up.
Everyone will be lost in the sauce. Every one of them you just called up pure heart. Every last one of them. Straight up. They completely honest with you all the time.
Oh, before I go, also, before I forget, I almost forgot. Shout out to Asir the Duke of Tears as well.
Oh, yeah. We got a shout out to Asir.
And his woman.
Yeah,
shout out to them. Without them, I would be lost too. Yeah. Straight up. They helped change my life as well. I almost let that slip. Shout out to Selena Cordoba L and Asir the Duke of Tears.
Yeah, that was a good remember right there.
Yeah. I I would have been crying in the car if I didn't forgot about that. Straight up. I had to go somewhere and cry, yo. I can't say that. I would have been able to sleep good tonight, yo. For real. Forgetting about the noble and the empress, man. For real.
Oh yeah, and also Grand Chief Nature LB as well.
And also Dr. Aline Melbay. Even though I said it earlier, but still, Dr. Aline Melbay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
everyone except Farrakhan.
Oh, shit. The truth is the truth, elder. Don't care who tell it. Yeah, man. Straight up.
Peace and love, Moors.
Ashe.
Ali. Islam, Islam, Islam.
Islam.
Islam.